Hey guys, welcome back to the 516RC YouTube channel, and today we're going to be reviewing my Traxxas Aton Plus Quadcopter. Now, drones are on the rise in modern society, and as everyone knows, drones can perform a variety of tasks at this day and age, such as have fun, as many people buy them for, film videos, which is what I plan on using my Aton for, as the Plus version came with a 2-axis gimbal, or many other tasks such as survey, land, or deliver packages. Now, since the Aton is a very popular quadcopter in the segment of usually a mix between having fun and filming, I figured I'd give you guys an insight and a thorough review of this drone in case any of you were looking into purchasing it. So with that in mind, let's get started. Before we dive thoroughly into the Aton, I want to make sure that you guys know that the Plus version of the Aton, which is what I have here, comes with a few more hop-up goodies compared to the normal version, such as the gimbal and a higher capacity battery. So I want to make that clear before we get into the video. If you buy the normal version of the Aton, which is still extremely good, you will not get the gimbal or the high capacity battery with the drone. You'll simply just get a hard bracket for your GoPro. So with that in mind, let's get started. Now, as I'm new to quadcopters, one of the reasons why I bought the Aton over its competitors, call them, is because it's able to perform a variety of different tasks with no effort at all. I mean, it's advertised to not only be a very good filming drone comparable to a DJI Phantom or the like, but also be able to have a fun experience sport flying. You do tricks and just explore with your drone without having the camera attached. The gimbal is actually detachable, so you don't have to carry around the extra weight of the camera when you just want to have fun. So I think that quality is one of the Aton's biggest strengths, and it's one of the reasons why I purchased this drone. Alright, let's talk about what you get out of the box. So firstly, you get the drone. Then you get the 2-axis gimbal attachment, which is powered, so it keeps your camera level at all times during filming. You get a Traxxas Power Cell 3-cell LiPo battery, 5,000 milliamps. It's a high capacity pack from Traxxas. It provides ample runtime for the drone and more than enough punch for any task that you need to perform with the drone. The full throttle on the stick is literally the equivalent of a rocket launcher. The drone goes skyward at an unimaginable pace. You get a sticker sheet with a couple of Aton stickers, Traxxas stickers, a lot. You get instructions for building your gimbal. However, mine was actually assembled out of the box, which is good. You get a little Traxxas catalog for customizing your Aton. You get a quick start guide, which is actually very well labeled, as you can see. Hold on. Detailed maps, diagrams, a lot for charging the Aton, setting it up, arming the drone. You get a full owner's manual, pretty much the same thing as the quick start guide. And last but not least, you get a 3-amp LiPo charger for your battery. This actually charges the battery faster than I thought it would. One of the better RTR chargers that I've seen. And you also get a standard controller from Traxxas with throttle, rudder, directions, trim adjustment. You've got your air brakes button and arm disarm button, on-off switch, and a screen in the middle that provides you with throttle adjustment and battery life. So let's talk features. The Aton comes with 4 bright LEDs on the bottom of each rotor housing, 4 powerful brushless motors to really provide enough thrust for any task that you'd really want your Aton to perform. It comes with a built-in GPS system, which is one of my most favorite features of the Aton. That's that spoiler-like thing you see on the top. Not only will it track your location with the Traxxas FlightLink app, but it also has a built-in geo fence, so basically it will limit your altitude and radius from where you started. And when you set your return to home location, if you press the button, it will automatically return to home, which is where you started. It also has a built-in air brake system that will automatically stop your drone and hover it in place if you lose control. And it also has a built-in gyro to keep everything stable even if you're flying your Aton in windy conditions, which I like a lot because where I live it's sort of windy all the time. So Yeah, let's get into flight characteristics. Now, being a newbie to quadcopters, I can attest that the Aton is extremely easy to fly just out of the box. I mean, I've picked this thing up for 5 minutes and took it out of the box, started flying it even in my small little room, and it's super easy to control. It has 3 modes. It has film mode, sport mode, and expert mode. I haven't tried expert mode yet, but in film mode, the movements are so smooth that it's like almost on rails. It's not even funny. In sport mode, the direction changes are much more sharp, but the drone won't let you crash, which is really, really nice. I mean, you can really adjust to any condition changes or sudden decisions that you might have to make. You can turn from going straight to going backwards and to the left within a few milliseconds. It's really impressive. And the motors provide more than enough punch for the drone, so you can really get out of sticky situations. If you're going to the ground really fast, you gun it, and the motors will keep you more than level. It's quite fast. I had it at the park the other day, and I gave it the beans. It was doing at least 30 miles an hour, I would say. It's really fast. It's much faster than a quadcopter, at least I thought a quadcopter could ever go. And I think that it's easy to fly nature, and the fact that it has built-in assist to not let you crash and make the flying experience as enjoyable as possible is one of the Aton's strong suits, and that's why, again, another one of the reasons why I bought this drone over its competitors. Now let's talk durability. Although this isn't a category often brought up in the reviews of quadcopters, I can say that I've banged this thing into a few obstacles a couple of times now over my 2.5 weeks of ownership of this drone, and I can say that it's held up extremely well. Nothing is broken. It still flies like brand new. The rotors are a little bit scuffed because it's flipped over once on the concrete, but that was a little bit of a rough landing because it was super windy outside and I couldn't stop the drone in time. But that was my own fault. I should have not flown it outside, obviously. But I was flying it outside multiple times in 20-degree weather with wind chills as low as 5 degrees, and this thing soaked it up like a pro. I mean, I was out there for 15 minutes, still wasn't even at half battery. Lipos are notorious for draining quickly in colder conditions. So I think for the durability aspect, this thing outperforms any DJI or anything of that nature filming-oriented drones that would most likely not be able to handle the conditions or the abuse that the Aton will be able to handle. I don't plan on putting my drone intentionally through a durability test, but I can assure you that the Aton will be able to survive more than its DJI or filming-oriented counterparts. Well, let's talk value. For the $379 that I paid for my Aton Plus here, I really can't complain for what I got out of the box for my money. For a drone that is as fun to fly and easy to fly as this, that can provide filming quality similar to drones that are $100 to $300 more expensive than it, really harkens back to the Aton's core strength of multitasking. For something that's hundreds of dollars cheaper than its competition, that can provide professional level film quality, and when you take the gimbal off, can become an extremely fun and agile sport flyer. I mean, it's one of the best deals in the quadcopter market, at least in my opinion. Now, I'm sure that A, I'm not the most knowledgeable person about quadcopters, and B, I'm sure there's going to be people that disagree with me about this, and you have every right to do so, being that I've never flown a DJI or Blade Chroma or any filming drone of that sort. I mean, it really showed me that drones are not really so serious as I thought they'd be. I thought my drone was going to be, you can only take it out on perfect conditions and it only was going to be good for filming. No, I was flying this thing in 20-mile-an-hour winds and 20-degree weather, and this thing is soaking it up like a pro. I mean, there's no other drone that can offer the filming capabilities that this thing does, that can also take the abuse and perform in the conditions that I've put this thing through, at least in my opinion, on the market right now. So that's why I think the Aton is a great value for the money, and it can't really be matched by anyone else in its class. Well, guys, that concludes my overview and review of the Traxxas Aton Plus Quadcopter. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already for more future content. If you have any questions for me about the drone or about the channel, leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll make sure to get back to you guys. Thanks for watching, peace out, and RC for life.